esteemed guests, friends and family of NWAMI UK, NWAMI International Malta is supporting NWAMI UK in this International Integration Day with anti-hate crime awareness. With me today is Dr. Kevin Sammut Henwood. He is a forensic psychologist, the principal forensic psychologist of prison, probation and parole. Kevin, would you like to introduce yourself a little bit and let us know about, give us some information about anti-hate crime, which is very important.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Kevin Sammut Henwood, as Gabriella introduced me earlier. Basically, we're trying to introduce the concept of hate crime and hate and in general. When we think of hate crime, in most cases it involves specific activity which targets specific victims based on particular prejudices that people might have, particular stereotypes. They could be targeted because of their gender identity, group membership, race, political beliefs, or basically anything which makes them different from other mainstream society. When we think of hate crime per se, we can say that hate crime might be comprised of three main acts, starting from the act which many people would term to be crime, which is the physical aggression towards other people. Over there, obviously, the aggression is always a crime, but in this case, it would be aggravated because of the victim's group membership or else perceived group membership. When we have hate speech, this is, again, maybe not as direct as physical aggression, and a lot of people might consider it not to be as severe as physical aggression. However, when you consider the amount of words, behaviors, whether it's printed material, whether it's information on social media, for example, again, all these might target specific individuals, which makes or might make them feel even more socially isolated. Apart from hate speech per se, then we also have incitement to hatred. Yes, again, these two might be related. Hate speech might trigger off some people to develop hatred towards specific groups. Again, the groups might be person's race, color, religion, belief, gender identity, sexual orientation, language, nationality. All these might be a cause for people to be attacked. Again, incitement to hatred is a very specific act where a group of individuals might, falsely in most situations, try to stir up hatred towards particular groups of people. Again, incitement can take the form of spoken words, pictures, videos. It might also have a lot of online content as well. You might have web pages that depict particular images. You might have particular scenes where particular individuals are shown doing specific things, taken out of context, placed in particular fora, only to increase a person's hatred towards that particular group or specific group of individuals. Obviously, these three activities, physical aggression, hate speech, and incitement to hatred, have particular consequences on victims. In particular, when you look at the experiences that certain victims have of hate crime, you might have anything ranging from vulnerability to anxiety, anger, shame, fear, or depression. However, what typically comes out very prominently is even more social isolation. Unfortunately, many of the people who end up being victims of hate crime are already victims who are stemming from socially disadvantaged groups. And obviously this would increase their social isolation within our communities. And again, ultimately, it would lead to further acts of hate crime towards these individuals as well. basically trying to deal with a situation such as hate crime. A lot of things come to mind. However, in summary, I think this should be something where any government should take on, both on a national level as well as a regional initiative. They should try and involve as much as possible NGOs and other community level organizations. And again, try to foster a general sense of worldwide initiatives. This is something very important because ultimately, at the end of the day, we're all humans and we need to function and work on one level, basically.
Thank you very much, Kevin, for your very important information that you gave me, gave us, what hate crime is, what hate crime does, and the impact that hate crime has. We highly appreciate your contribution.